Welcome to the Lone Machinists Podcast, where it's just you, your work, and the machines. What have you got going on today, Curt?
This week, I'm going to talk about how Claude beats chat for the AI wars, return of potential weekly videos, and some fidget updates. How about you, Master Jamie?
We're going to discuss how Curt made me buy a gimbal. The MCO was dumbing today, and how I'm going to violently violate one of my customers. Yes.
No, such aggro in your world.
Yes. How are you this fine day, Curt?
I'm doing great. It's daylight savings here now, so the time changed for me for what reason? I don't know. I don't know why we do daylight savings. Like, here we are in the modern age.
So did you go back in time now?
I went forward in time. So usually it's 10 o'clock in the morning here. So now it's 11 o'clock in the morning here.
Okay.
Which, like, I don't, why? I don't know. But okay.
Yeah. The thought of that in South Africa would be hilarious.
Yeah, like, and the funny thing is the provinces on either side of me have both been like, let's get rid of it. It's stupid. Yeah. So now we're the outlier being like, let's keep moving our clocks around like crazy people. Like, we have lights. Like, what's anyway, whatever.
Daylight savings is rather funny.
Yeah, goofy.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to dive into my first one there. You made me buy a gimbal.
Ooh, what'd you buy?
I don't know. A gimbal off of our local Amazon type story. It was on special, so I bought it. It was like all of $60 for my phone.
Oh, cool.
I posted a story about it today. Obviously, it'll be gone by the time the podcast comes out now. But yeah, there'll be some footage of it doing gimbal things. Turns out you can't be like this with a gimbal, shaking it because it can't keep up. You've got to still be kind of smooth. So
yeah,
I'm coming to terms with how to move it in such a way that it'll point where I want. In the different modes and things. It's got a little toggly, but that confuses the shit out of me because I'm like, ooh, up. I want the camera to point up. No. It's opposite to I want the phone to go in the way I push it, but no, it pans up. Yeah. So it's a little bit mind-bendy, but I'm getting used to it. The only problem is you can't shoot Instagram footage with it direct to Instagram because you have to hold the button.
Oh, okay.
So I've got to shoot. So I changed my workflow for filming with the phone. I bought a Type-C Type-C on one end and Type-A on the other side, flash drive. So I can film, put on the flash drive, put on the PC, and then edit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, instead of USB cable to the PC, I can just quickly dump it onto the flash drive.
Oh, okay. I see I see, yeah.
But yeah, the gimbal takes some serious getting used to.
Well, you're probably you fly planes too. So I know anytime I play a video game, I always have to invert Y. I always invert Y because I just that's how my brain works. Like pull back is up. That's how it works. And same with the gimbal I have. It has a joystick that lets you move around. And I'm like, no, I need to pull up, not push up. Like that's for crazy.
No, so you push up, it's camera go up. And in my mind, that's the wrong fucking way. So I was playing with the dogs with it yesterday in the garden. And getting smooth footage of them running around chasing balls and things, just playing with it for fun. Like I've wanted one for a while, and I'm now getting to play with one. I also bought a scale from a local Amazon type story. Bought a 150 kilogram scale.
Oh, okay, for shipping and stuff like that, or
no, for keeping track of parts that we're doing.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Put a crate on it. When you get to X number, there's 100 parts in it. Dump them into a bag, and we know how many hundreds we've done in a day because we are now processing 5,000 assemblies a week. We're putting in 10,000 rivets a week.
That's so much to count. I get it.
Scales.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Throw it in a scale.
Yeah.
But we're doing 10,000 of those a week. 10,000 rivets a week. I think, yes, that is the current plan. And then we're going to take on another part of the process, and then that'll drop down. So the goal is 2,500 parts a week. That's 5,000 rivets and then 5,000 toxing. Toxing is fucking cool. I don't know if you've ever heard of this process. Toxing.
No.
Yes. It's from the company Tox. It basically, you've got a die set. You put 2 pieces of sheet metal in. It presses through and then presses it into a dovetail. So it dovetails the 2 pieces of material together in a little round, rivety looking, a little round punch out, but it dovetails the pieces of material. Really interesting process. we got hold of a pneumatic over hydraulic setup to run that. So we are doing testing and then going to probably bring that in house. And then our
Oh,
throughput's only
wild.
500
Okay.
parts a day because it takes for fucking ever. Like it's slower than
Weird.
spot welding, but a lot less power consumption and a lot less consumables.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I've never heard of that.
it's a really cool process. We tried to make toxin dies a little while ago, and no success. It's kind of like the relationship between the bottom bore and the top is like super critical.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will make sure there's a link for anyone who's interested in it
Yeah.
because it's a really interesting process. They use it a lot in manufacturing of appliances, putting sheet metal sections
Oh,
together in appliances. They instead of riveting it or this is a literally just punches the thing and joins the two sheet metals together. Yeah,
interesting.
really
Yeah, I've
interesting.
never
So we're
heard of
busy
that.
making what do they call them? Fan mops. So it's two pieces of formed sheet metal. We put two rivets in, and they get toxed together or spot welded together, and they shove a stick up its ring and put a mop on the end.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and I have Simon in my workshop all the time. It's great. It's the best.
I can tell by
But yeah,
your face that you like that. Yeah.
it's it's brought some challenges in that I have to be there every afternoon to let them out and every morning to let them in, and just some of the logistical limitations it's now imposed on me because I have to be there to let them in. I have to be there to let them out.
Right.
So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's ruined my free schedule. But whatever, is what it is. It makes me lots of money, so I don't mind.
Yeah, and I guess it's probably not forever, or maybe it is forever. Like
It is forever.
whatever
At
you're.
this point, it is forever.
Oh,
But at a certain point, I'll just be like, "Here's a fucking gate remote, come in and work."
okay,
And
okay.
time bomb on my gate, so it only work. The remote only works during certain time periods.
Sure.
Like
Yeah,
all that
yeah, yeah.
functionality is built into my gate already. So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll get to that point. If it's ongoing work, then yeah, why not? May as well just if yeah, I don't mind having them around. It's just messing with my logistical freedoms. It means I can't go fishing in the week anymore because I need someone here to let them in.
Sure. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But
Well, like you
it's
said,
what it
that's
is.
that's easy to automate if it comes down to that point.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Give them a
uh,
key, like the old school method of automation. Be like, here's a key.
yeah. No, we'll cross that bridge when we need to. But yeah, we've been pressing a shitload of parts. He did 800 parts today. He arrived at 850. He arrived late this morning because someone threw a brick through his taxi on the way to work. And by taxi, I mean minibus taxi with probably 30 people in it. One of the other taxi drivers or something, threw a brick through the window, and then there was a shootout. So he got the fuck out of the taxi as soon as he could, ran away, and left his lunch in the taxi. So yeah, it was exciting.
Yikes! Yeah, that's aggressive.
Yeah, Africa, not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
No, because this
different
morning I was like,
worlds.
fuck, where's the soak? He's now like half an hour late. What's going on? And he arrives like, no, sorry. Someone like threw a brick through the window while they were driving and hit the one lady in the face, and then there was a shootout. And I'm like, yeah, that's a Monday morning.
Oh man.
Like Africa.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so,
not going to complain about our slightly, yeah, little bit of
yeah,
traffic or whatnot. Yeah.
yeah. No, it's insane. But yeah,
Yikes!
that's been the shenanigans. So you've been
Sick.
using Claude.
Yeah. So like I last week I flipped from chat, which apparently I've been reading things and like a bajillion people are doing that. I don't know if that's going to
Yeah,
make any kind of impact, but and I've a ton of people have also sent me messages. Just Google it, people. Like you can make your own decisions. You can. It's very obvious to see what they did. I try to be apolitical or whatever on here. But yeah, not something I want to support. Anyways, I should have jumped to Claude like forever ago because for the work I do, it is so much better. Like if you were listening to this and you're doing like coding or like high technical stuff,
much
give
better.
Claude a try. It's way less like I tune chat to be don't compliment me, don't call me a good boy, like just give me the data. I just treat me like if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Don't try to like protect my feelings. And even still, it was very like you're on the right track. You're doing such a good job. Like
Yeah,
you're such a smart boy. And I'm just like, and Claude is just like, here's the answer. I'm like, that's what I wanted. That's all I
I've
wanted. And
typed
I'm
some
like,
very vulgar things to ChatGPT when it's like, "Oh, sorry about that." I'm like, "Wake the fuck up!" Like, do what I asked you. Yeah, I've pretty much stopped using chats at this point. It's fucking useless. I say that, and I think there are 2 chat windows open right now. Oh no, those are Notebook LMs that Danica's got open here.
Yeah.
Because Notebook LM, you can also point at the World Wide Web, so it's great.
Yeah.
Like we were using it. I was using it this weekend with Carl's machine. Gave it the manual, type in the parameter, it pulls up all the information for the parameter. It says, oh, check this parameter, type the parameter number, it pulls up all the information for that. And I managed to pass through the manual and mess with all the tuning settings on his servos.
Nice.
Yeah. It's super, super powerful. Whereas chat will literally just tell you the wrong shit.
Well, and like there's just simple things, like even with Claude, it'd be like for a specific conversation, you can be like, oh, just reference this PDF. And it's like, roger that, like I'll do that. And like, it just, I don't know, everything is better. And like, oddly enough, I like to use it for, like I'm trying to design a new sticker. So I like to use it to generate me concept art so I can look at it and then I can draw it so it's less AI sloppy. Yeah. and chat is always it's been good at it, but it's like, it always cranks out slop. Whereas like I put a vector file into Claude and I'm like, hey, I want to put like a digital glitch pattern on this. Like, can you help me out? Like, what do you think I should run for like filters? And I told it the photo editing software I'm using. And it's like, how about we write a Python script that actually digitally glitches your image? And I'm like, oh, that is so cool. Because yeah, like the best way to digitally glitch something is to digitally do it. So yeah, it wrote this humongous program with a bajillion variables that I can tweak. So now I can like put an image in, and then I'm running it all on Linux, and it like stretch and skew and do all kinds of weird stuff. And I'm like, this is so cool. Like, why didn't I think you could use code for image image manipulation? And yeah, it makes way more sense because it's not just like, here's something I made, and it's like, okay, can you iterate on that? It's like now at least you have something concrete. You can be like, can you change this variable? And like, yeah, I'm doing it all locally now, just because I have the code. But yeah, I'm gonna do that much more. Yeah, I didn't realize you could edit photos so hard with code alone, and my brain works better in code land than it does in artwork kind of stuff. So yeah, it's cool. It was really cool.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's really, really interesting. But yeah,
Claude,
I've heard that Claude's way better. Like everyone says, Claude.
Just so much better, so much better. Right now, anyways.
Yeah, right now, in the current situation, because that shit changes on like a weekly basis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
Speaking of AR things, I don't know if you watch Cloud 42.
I subscribed to him. I don't know if I caught his recent.
On Sunday.
No, I missed it then.
Okay, he's like, no, he's on vacation because he's full-time job and then still keeping a weekly upload schedule. It's
ragged,
and they're not short videos. It's quite intense. And he was saying the issue now, a lot of creators are like science communication creators are leaving the platform because they used to be able to put 6 months into a video and put the video out and get ad revenue and like survive and like make a living. And now the problem is you put that video out and an hour later, there's 20 AR videos summarizing it badly with random images. And you've done all the legwork, like documentaries, building cool projects, shit like that. It's just getting scraped and pumped out with random images. I was watching something on the South African nuclear program. And I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, yeah, that's not right. That's definitely not right. The demographic of people there is very much not correct for the time period when that was happening. And there was a whole bunch of like images and I'm like, that's not correct. That's not correct. They basically took someone else's documentary and summarized it. And I only realized like 40 minutes in. But it's
gross.
sad that is what's happening. You put out a video, like you put 6 months into working on it, you put it out and it gets copied and thrown around the internet, and that's where all the ad revenue goes. Because they're better optimized for drawing your attention in. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, how do you fight that, right? Like that's
that's the thing. Like he was saying, if it wasn't for his patrons, he wouldn't still make videos.
Oh, I totally get that.
The ad revenue, there's nothing.
Oh yeah, like look at any YouTuber that's doing anything, and they're either slinging product or something else. Because there is money in the advertising still, but it's nothing like it dwarfs. Yeah, no, if that someone reaches out to you, you get way more money that way. So that's why everyone's slinging product. It's a little bit hypocritical as I'm slinging to products that customers sent me or that company sent me, but besides the point.
But you understand why they, like Linus Tech Tips, when they started doing the baked in ads, the community was in uproar, but that's how they kept the lights on, because they couldn't
Yeah.
rely on Google or on YouTube's ad revenue to be stable. So they started baking
Yeah.
in their own ad reads, and that's the only reason they stayed open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's at least then you know what in that case you know who's being advertised on your video because you sold them the
Yeah.
ad spot. Like it's not some random crap in the front of your video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see ads, so I don't really care.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. It's a
It's
changing world. Everything changes. Everything evolves.
yeah,
So
yeah. There's some interesting changes coming. I think those we'll keep for the after show. Dun dun dun.
ooh. Dun dun dun.
Yeah,
What else do you got on your
it's a bit of
list
a
of
spicy thing to discuss in the main show.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be spicy. Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
it
That's
is.
a good after show topic
Yeah,
for
we've
everybody.
got some indications on what it's going to be in the next few weeks.
Ragged.
Yeah, so
Let me see. What do you
go
got
ahead,
here?
pick one.
You got a million topics, so I'm going to
Yes,
pick one.
indeed.
Good Way's a beast. Tell me why the Good Way
It
is a
is.
beast.
I was making M20 grub screws for my mates, who I need to convince to let me rotary broach them because they now have to be milled and it's a fucking ball ache. We used to do them on Bertha, and Bertha did them fine, except you couldn't go slow enough. Like I couldn't get a slow enough RPM, so I used to burn up drills, and yeah, burn through like 30 parts in like friggin' 2 hours while doing other stuff. Like you just set it up and it just fucking runs. It's great. Yeah, it's a beast of that. I don't use it that much because I haven't had that much work that is meant. Haven't had that many orders for the parts that machine was bought for. But yeah, whenever I run it, it runs really well. It's super rigid. I like it.
That's
I've
nice.
got the
Yeah, that
collar chuck
helps.
back on now, so I'm going to be drilling the three jaw chuck riser. I'm going to drill 3 holes from the sides so that I can make it a set true style of riser. So I can
Gotcha.
easily dial in the run out.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's on the list of many things to do because we have long lists. But yeah, sticking with the lathe topic, the M code today. I'm turning buttons for Dutch wind squeeze boxes. So 6mm and then it drops down to 2.6. And I made a whole bunch of 5mm and then it next down to 2.6. And I set up the 6mm and it ran fine. Yet on Saturday, whenever the hell I ran them, Friday, came to run them this morning, set up, runs the first one, lacquer, leave it to run, go look in the chip, but I'm like, hey, why are there no parts? It was doing something stupid when it was doing a grooving cycle, then it was coming back to cut to final size, and it was breaking the parts off. So I ended up resetting it. I still don't know why it was breaking the parts off. Like I slowed it down, still breaks the parts off. Changed the entry, still broke the parts off. Eventually reposted the code, and just because I had messed with the code quite a bit by that point, stuck in new code, slowed it down a little bit, and now it's running. But yeah, don't know what the shit was going on. Like, just it would come in to do the final pass, and go dunk, and the part would break off because it's only now 2.61 millimeters in diameter. So it was just snapping off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it's per bar that this is happening, like there's shitty sections of the extruded bar, or what the thing is. But yeah, it was quite frustrating to deal with today because I need to make like another 350 of those parts before I can machine pull studs that I need to machine on the MCO.
Okay.
Because I don't want to change setups. Don't want to change setups yet. Like I can probably butcher my way through the pull studs and not ruin the setup too much, but I'd rather finish it then move on to the next job.
What flavor material was this?
Aluminium, just extruded 8mm.
Oh, okay.
So I don't
weird.
know. It was really weird, and then all of a sudden it was fine. So I don't know if it's just a section of the bar that was shitty, or what the situation is.
Yeah.
It's rather
bizarre.
strange. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
weird.
I turned the insert round. I put a new insert in because I thought maybe the insert's dulled. Shouldn't be, but maybe the insert's dulled, and that fucking don't know. It was just dumbing.
Weird.
So, yeah.
Okay, especially in a bar, like along a bar. That's even weirder. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is extruded bar, so they take a slug and they shove it through a die. So it could be between slugs that you've got a bit of funny business, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was for like half a bar that it was just being done. And then I messed with the code a bit and tweaked a few things and eventually got it running reliably.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, at least that's done. Um, hmm. Now,
Oops, the fuck am I doing here?
what did you
Sorry,
do? That was
sorry.
quite skillful.
I don't know what. I don't know how I did that. Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry.
I see you are potentially bringing back the weekly videos.
I'm having so much fun just shooting video, and like I've made it easy for myself now, like with this gimbal, and then with like I leave all my like video tripods set up. Like I have one that's just like a pan, not a pan, sorry,
The slider.
a slider. I have one
Yes, I
sitting on a
saw
tripod,
you use that
ready to go.
in your
I
video
don't even know
while
if I.
you were doing something and the camera was shooting sideways.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like it's set up, it's good to go. I have one set up, it's good to go. I have a regular tripod, it's set up, it's good to go. I have this gimbal set up, it's good to go. And the camera just jumps between all of them, like with a quick plate. Like
Nice.
I've made it so that if I want to just video something while I'm working, it's infinitely easier. And then at the end of the week, I have 100 clips of B-roll, and it's really easy to edit something together. And like I said, even if nobody watched it, I like this for my own like personal journaling. Just like these podcasts,
Yeah.
they're fun because like we kind of get to document going forward and put it out there, and maybe someone will learn from it. But it's just like the process of creating is fun for me, whether it be physical or digital. So it's like I don't know, I'm digging it. I forgot how much I liked it, and it just makes my world better. It makes me happier.
Yeah. Well, making you happy is kind of important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Grimsmo was saying one of their friends popped by, and their friend is re-listening to the bomb from the beginning, and he's currently at the Linda Wheel saga. And it's
right.
like,
I heard that.
He'd forgotten about that. It's like, no, here's the Linda Wheel. He took it out of his drawer. Like, that was in the past.
Yeah.
It was long, long ago. And yeah, it's kind of interesting to go back and have the archive of what was going on through time, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think it's interesting.
I think it'll be interesting to look back on this in a few years' time and see what stupid shit we were saying.
Totally, right? Like it's
even looking at my shop tour from 2019, it's like, fuck, this clown doesn't know what the fuck's coming.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's there forever. Like it's on the internet I mean, by the way, dude, me and you are so hosed. Like we have our voice and our faces online now of like hundreds of hours.
Yes.
Maybe not hundreds. Yeah, probably 100 plus hours. Like
so
someone could recreate us in AI so easily.
So we have literally set up safe words with both mine and Annika's family. That if someone phones them saying, hey, I'm stuck here, I need some money or whatever, what's the safe word? That we can validate, because it's not only me and my family. It's me, my mom, and my brother are all on the internet. My mom posts on a daily basis. My brother is a brand representative for a fishing tackle company. So there's hours of him online talking about the new products. There's me every freaking week for an hour. Like, it's... So I told Annika's family that I have a friend who got scammed like this because they won't believe me if I don't. We set up safe words with families because you have to. So that if you get a random phone call, because the voice generation and the video generation is pretty fucking good these days. And that was a scam that was happening in your side of the world, in Canada, where a bunch of the influencers' families were getting, because your number gets leaked or whatever, and then they would phone your families, hey, I'm stuck here. Can you just Venmo me some money so that I can get my car fixed or get a bus or whatever? And then they'd Venmo the money and it wasn't the real person. Because every week there's a new scam.
Easy. Yeah, like it's terrible. I know I watched.
We host, but that's why safe words.
Well, and I forgot which YouTuber I was watching, but he flipped himself into Keanu Reeves just for 10 seconds on this video, and it's like that is so it's very convincing. Like if I watched it closely, I'd be like, yeah, it's not right. But if you just glancing watch, you'd be like, yeah, of course. And like if I showed that to my parents, they'd be like 100%. They would 100%. They'd agree. It's just like
so
we live in a strange world.
The issue we run into is Danica is the youngest child by like 13 years. So her siblings are both old enough to think they know what they're doing with technology when they really fucking don't. Like they really have no cooking clue. And that's a very dangerous combination. When they think they know what they're doing and they don't. So we unfortunately it falls to Danica and I to make sure our families aren't total fucking idiots, which is very difficult.
Yeah,
especially
I know.
Your brother only has half a brain. At least he has an excuse.
What's his excuse?
That he has half a brain. He had a brain tumor.
Oh, okay. Legitimately has half a brain. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's okay. It's fucking Yeah, he had a brain tumor 3 years ago. Um, and then, yeah,
Right, you told me that. Yeah.
yeah, chemo and radiation, all that shit. And yeah, his speech is deteriorating again. But yeah, anyway,
Oh,
that's
shitty.
going to be fun conversations when we get to take his keys away. Because at a certain point,
Yeah.
sorry, bro, you can't drive. You're not driving with my nephews in the car. But that's hopefully a few years away still.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll
No,
coincide
exactly.
right with my mother-in-law when I get to take her keys away too. Now I
You
will not
seem
get in
more
the car if
happier
she's
about that.
driving. Not a
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a fuck. If we go somewhere, I drive. Like, I like being alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. Speaking of family, Carl's lathe.
Mm-hmm.
His bearings are slightly used. We can sell them as slightly used on eBay. So I was there on Saturday and we were tired of peopling, so we went to play with his lathe. He's been getting surface artifact, like surface finish, just looks shitty. Holding size, but the surface just, it's got a pattern to it. Let's put it that way. And if you crank it up like to 2,000 ripms, it looks like shit. 1,000 RPM, it looks a bit better. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is your servo being coupled to the spindle motion, because he does everything in feed per rev. Maybe it's just a dirty encoder signal it's causing a bit of jitter or whatever. So we went feed per millimeter. Same story. Adjusted the rigidity of the servo, so basically the PID tube. Adjusted that up till the thing alarmed out, down till it was set to 0. Same thing. So eventually I was like, okay, Carl, I'm fairly certain it's your spindle bearings at this point. Like, we're trying to avoid stripping his spindle. Like, you're going to need to pull your spindle apart. So yesterday he proceeded to take his spindle apart. The front bearing, I'm gonna be that one who plays on their phone on the podcast. Googling on the podcast. Got a dance. Send Curt a picture quickly. If I have a picture, I think it might just be Vijay. Yeah, Vijay it is. Let's quickly search Curt here. This is such professionalism.
We could cut it out in post, but we won't.
We won't, because that costs extra points with my wife. There you go. I searched the video quickly. So anyway, he got his spindle out. Turns out the cylindrical roller bearing is a tapered seat roller bearing. So the ID is actually tapered and sits on the tapered section of the spindle shaft.
Okay.
And have a look at that race.
Yeah. It looks like someone made it with their teeth.
Dude, slightly fucked. So yeah, we're getting a bearing tomorrow. We're going to go reassemble a spindle. The angular contacts the precision angular contacts at the back of the spindle are okay. The front is the cylindrical roller bearing is fucked. So yeah, we're going to go put a new one in tomorrow, and then his lathe will hopefully make pretty finishes.
That's amazing. Was making any kind of finishes with that. Yeah,
the spindle's always been noisy. Since we got it, it's always been noisy. So I'm like, yeah, it's the timing belt. It was not the timing belt. It was that. So that bearing was not cheap. It was like a. Where's the power cable for the parallels? One moment, please.
That's a big bearing too. Like that looks. That looks like
80
what, maybe like
125 OD 34 wide.
Okay, I was say like 100 mil bearing or something like that. So that's sizable. Or
it's fucking
4 inches for the savage among you.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a $270 bearing.
That's up there. Yeah.
That is from the only place we could find them locally. And
fair.
We told them we found somewhere else. We're like, oh, we can get it for like 4.5. They're like, oh, we were going to quote you like 10 because it's a very special bearing apparently. But yeah, it's got a tapered bore, so it drops onto the shaft and then seats onto a taper. It's really fucking creepy. Yeah, so the bearing's being delivered to me tomorrow. Then I'm gonna hop in my truck, go to Carl, maybe with Kamish, the guy bought Bertha, because he's kind of bored, and then 3 of us will go and reassemble a spindle for him.
Fun.
And then he'll be back up and running. But yeah, like the thing was fucked. So yeah, he'll be hopefully back up and running and getting better surface finishes. Because he's holding size, it's just the surface finish looks shitty. And we've been trying to figure out why, and well, guess what? If your bearing's fucked, that's why. So hopefully his machine will be a bit quieter as well. And then he can run at 2,000 ripms, because he's running little brass shit at 1,000 RPM.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm like, no, dude, fucking, your chuck can take 2,500. That's what I limited your machine to. Run at 2.5.
Yeah, exactly.
Use all the ripms. So yeah, hopefully we'll have him have him all sorted out tomorrow, and then he can be making parts again. Like he had a
Nice.
bit of
Yeah.
a lull in production. Like the work in the machine's not super urgent, so he's like, okay, now's the chance. Pull this thing quickly. Let's get it fixed because he's got a whole bunch of stainless bolts he needs to make later this week. So he
Okay.
kind of wants a nice surface finish because he had to sand the finish to get it nice. So now hopefully he can just have it nice. But fun times. I'm trying
Which
to
one do you
decide.
want to play with? You want
Let's play with Kaylee's cans.
Oh,
Because you worded it that way, you left me only one option. Although I feel like she would appreciate that joke.
Oh, I'm sure she would. So yeah, for those who don't know, follow Kaylee Cans on YouTube. She's doing some cool videos. But I don't know why this never dawned on me. There's one instance where she's putting some like raw stock through a centerless grinder. I always thought like centerless grinders were like a commitment. Like you had to have a facility for one of these machines because the ones I've seen are always big centerless grinders for like high precision work.
Yeah, high precision. Hers is just a centerless grinding finishing machine.
Yeah, so I should call it a centerless polisher or whatever. Yeah. I just didn't realize that like a centerless polisher would work. And honestly, for like a lot of my pens, like for instance, I do like an anodizing on this pen, and then I strip away all the high surfaces with
and the way
just
you do that
hand
really
polishing. Cool. Yeah, and it's tedious. Like it doesn't take a ton of
really
time.
If you had to do one.
Yeah, if you gotta do one, it's no problem. But like when you're doing, you gotta do 50 of these. Like I put a podcast on, but by the end of it, I'm just like my fingers hurt. I'm like, this is not sustainable. I mean, kind of is sustainable because it doesn't really take that long, but I don't like to do it. So I like to get rid of the things I don't like to do. And I didn't even realize that like you could buy a small, like centerless polisher, which is just like two wheels that run. One's abrasive, one's rubbery, and just feed your bar stock through there. And then just like for me, I don't care if like I could just use a really fine finish. It's not gonna like mangle the tolerance. All I'm doing is just polishing the edge. So anyways, I might look more into that because that seems like a nice way to go.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you just want that brushed cylindrical finish.
That's all I want is a brush. I mean, like, yeah, I'm going to do a lot more tumbled coming up now because I'm kind of getting tired of doing satin finishes. But yeah, just like for a simple satin finish like that would be lovely. At least for that part.
Even if you throw it through there and then throw it into the tumbler, you've got a better starting point, a more consistent starting point. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like I and that's what I do before I tumble anything. I always give everything like a pre-finish before it goes into the tumbler because you just get a better output as opposed to throwing raw stock in there and trying to tumble it to death to try to, kill all the. And then when you do that, like if you're a person that produces a product and you have machining lines and then you tumble the piss out of it to get rid of the machining lines and then someone carries it for like a year or so, wherever it's going to like shine and polish in their pocket, it's just going to bring back all those gross machining lines. Unless you've like actually tumbled them to nothing, like then it looks dumb because now you have like a nice uniform tumbled finish and then high spots that show machine finish and it looks silly in my opinion. So again, depends what you're making, but
yeah. Well, I learned I couldn't tumble the flux in the big tumbler because it literally doesn't deburr; it rolls the edges over.
Right. Yeah, you were saying that. Yeah.
They have to be tumbled in the little tumbler for like 8 hours at a time. But they go straight in there with burrs and all, and just fucking it fixes them. Although less of an issue now with the new machine. It was an issue with the old machine where I'd have burrs and shit. Now the new machine's for the magic.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm playing with more tumbling. Tumbling is fun. I like if people go like on Magnus. I don't know if you've ever seen his work. He does like a pen. I don't know. I just know him as Magnus on Instagram. On I'll find it. I'll pull up the site just so I'm doing the guy service. Not that we have a huge following. Okay, found it. So, Magnus, MAGNUSX.com. He makes some really cool stuff. Makes a bunch of like EDC sliders and stuff like that. He has some pens, but his tumbling is like top tier. Like he does incredible stuff. And I've chatted with him about it because I'm like, what do you do? And he's like, so he uses like a big like centrifugal machine and like varying grits and all kinds of stuff. And like you can get like the finishes you can get are beautiful, like shiny, smooth, uniform. So that's the direction I'm playing. So anyway, long story short to say that I don't know. there's tech out there that I didn't realize exists.
Yes,
Unless you
and I
open your
don't think
eyes,
those
you don't.
machines are particularly expensive.
It didn't look like it was like a high, like it looked like an offshore budgetish machine, like
Chinese, yeah.
probably $5,000 maybe. Like kind of looked in that territory, which is like, sure. I just didn't even consider that they would exist. So,
Apparently, I was told to follow someone on Instagram. Sorry, blame Jacob. That's why I'm being half looking at my phoning. He told me to go follow someone on Instagram, so I did. So,
let's
would you
pick
like
something
to
from James.
Would you like to hear my thoughts on the Masso controller?
Yes, because usually me and you kind of both talk about it in a good light, and this doesn't look like a good light. So tell me more.
It's dumb as fuck. 2.5 hours to get the homing sequence to work.
Oh.
Because it would fucking not home, and then wouldn't tell me why the fuck it wasn't homing. So it says homing error. Cool. Which part of the homing sequence has failed?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh no, I had the tool touch off enabled, but I hadn't configured it yet, so it couldn't fucking home because that's part of the homing sequence.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So 2.5 hours to figure out how to get a fucking machine to home. Got it all working, got it running. Then customer phones me. It's like, hey, this thing's not applying the tool offsets. I'm like, okay, fuck, let me look into this. There's no G43 on Masso. He had to power cycle. He had changed some setting. He had to power cycle to get the setting to take effect. But it's not fucking written anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Also, for the price of a fucking Masso, they can include a coin cell. And a flash drive for that fucking matter. Because when you buy it, you can't use it until you put a coin cell and you put the firmware on with a fucking flash drive. So I went to power it on the first time, and I'm like, oh fuck, no real-time clock thing. Can't do anything because the alarm flashes, so you can't type in the password to get to the settings. So powered off, went and dug around, found a coin cell, shoved a coin cell in it, powered on. Oh no, you don't have the firmware. You need to go to Masso Workshop, the online thing, download the firmware, put it in a folder labeled all caps Masso on the drive, plug that in, and then
yeah.
For the fucking price of the machine, they could give you, or for the controller, they could give you a flash drive and a fucking coin cell. I was rather pissed.
I don't remember the coin cells when I was doing them, but I do remember the flash drive and being like, come on, guys. You could throw
my favorite, there's even a better one. So you buy their very expensive MPG, which is quite frankly over fucking priced. Also, the e-stop on it does not work by default. The one on the MPG.
Okay.
It's not wired in. You plug it in, like, oh wait, the enclosure won't close. There's a note there saying, remove plug from MPG, or remove cover from MPG plug to close door. Like, you couldn't shift the Masso over just a fucking ball in the enclosure. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I had to buy their differential receiver to run the stepper drivers on this machine, because it outputs differential signals and the drivers don't support, so you have to use their little fucking board, which ran me a pretty fucking penny by the time it got here. Ran me $270 for that little adapter board. Was still cheaper than buying it locally, because buying it locally was close on $300 from the local agents. So I literally bought it from Australia and had it shipped here for less than I could buy it from the local agents.
Yeah.
So it's a lovely controller once it's working, but I don't know. I have my reservations. I don't know that I'd put one on one of my machines.
Yeah, I was running them on routers, and they worked great on routers. And I don't know if I'd run them on anything else.
I wouldn't run them on a mill. I don't think I'd run them on a lathe. I'm sorry, you don't have multiple offsets. That's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Like, I like to do stupid shit.
And with that, we kiss goodbye our potential sponsorship from Masso.
Yep. Bye-bye, Masso. I have thoughts. I would probably use them again if I did another retrofit for a router. Like, if it wasn't my machine and they wanted a switch changer, I would use them. But I don't know, the documentation seems like there's a lot of documentation, but it's lackluster in the troubleshooting department. And homing error. Cool. What the fuck does that mean? Does it mean X didn't make it, Y didn't make it, Z didn't make it, random probing fucking tool set it didn't make it. Like, what is the issue? But yeah, we got that all squared away, and the guys are running their machine. But yeah, a little bit fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know. When people ask me like to push them toward, like if they're nerds, I push them towards Linux. Obviously, actually, one of the admins from Linux CNC reached out and said, "Hey, thanks for always like basically saying like your machines run on Linux."
Yeah.
He's like, that's cool. He's like, we don't have people running like production or we do, but like no one talks about it. Yeah. So he's like, it's cool that you have machines running on Linux CNC for like years at a time and being reliable. So I was like, no, cool community.
MCO and Bertha are fucking rock solid. The Slowio is Slowio has issues, but it's rock solid. Was rock solid right up until I changed to a PAR. It was running on parallel port for like 5.5 years. Rock solid. Like, yeah. But it's cool,
but you got to be a bit of an egghead to run Linux. Like you can't.
Yeah, no.
And if people don't want to do that, I push them usually towards Centroid. I think Centroid's a pretty cool alternative if you're not as like nerdy in that arena. So
if you're not wanting to put in that much effort, like Carl has really started to like running Linux CNC. There's a whole bunch of shit that's a little different to running. He was running an Akuma and he ran for Nooks in the past, but there's a bunch of stuff he really likes on Linux CNC for running his lathe. Like the visualizer helps. But yeah, it's like once you get used to it, it's a really powerful controller.
Yeah, well, like we said, you can like I love the Siemens control on my mill, but like I can adjust a hell of a lot of things, but like my Linux machines, I can adjust anything, like whatever I want. Like if I want to change screen layouts or button layouts or make it control a blender instead of a lathe, like you could do whatever.
Someone described Linux CNC to me as it's a controller that doesn't know what it is. So it can do anything. You've got to define what it's allowed to do and what it is doing. Because it doesn't know. Like by default, it supports 9 or 12 axes. Like
we're using it for
I know. 3-axis mill. Like woohoo! It's a little bit silly. But I do like my Linux CNC machines. Yes. Sorry, Shopify.
Sure.
I finally got it tied to my Google Ads account and all that shit tied up in an ad campaign running. That took me like 3 days.
Okay.
Just because the banks were being knobbles and double debited my toolpath payments because it was on a virtual card and the banks double ran all the transactions on virtual cards. So my business account ended up overdrawn and I couldn't get my Google Ads set up properly. But anyway, that's now set up and we will see if it results in any sales. I'm running a campaign now in Canada and the US.
Oh, cool. Yeah, keep us posted. I want to know how that works out.
Yeah, so the store's all up and running. Been getting a couple orders for free items, which is fun. Digital file sets for the anchor point dummies and for the keel clamps, because those are available there. And then, the store's looking rather spiffy. It's now all indexed with Google. Hopefully, Google will unindex the anchor point page on the JSpec site and replace it with the anchor point page on the new site. On the nautical work holding site. But that'll happen over the next couple of days, hopefully. But getting all that shit sorted out, only mildly infuriating. Getting it indexed in Google and all that shit that I should probably not have done. I should have just paid someone to do. But anyway, is what it is.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I kind of want to know how it works, so I put the effort in. But getting Shopify to do digital files and all that stuff, like you got to add plug-in apps and shit to make that all work.
Oh, really? Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they would just by now have that. Yeah.
The color options creates variants of everyone. So on the store, there's currently 5 of every color in stock because I wanted there to be 5 units available, but it creates a variant for every fucking color. So there's a plugin you can put that lets you not create variants, but I haven't fucked around with it for long enough to get it to work. And getting the shipping set up on there was also a bit of a fucking schlep. But it's now set up correct. Except for South Africa. South Africa, it automatically charges tax and I can't make it not. But I don't really care about the South African market. Everywhere else is fine, so it's good. But it's been interesting learning experiences.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way, right? It's how people people buy your shit, so it's important. So
it's important. So I wanted to take control of that. And then I got Danica to finally log me into Wix on this computer so that I could go and remove a bunch of pages from my website to just take
Mm.
shit that doesn't need to be there away. So yeah, I just got rid of a bunch of bloat on the website.
Yeah, I know. I do that to like a fault. Like I'll get people like sometimes I have links buried in like old YouTube videos that reference
Yeah,
pages on my site that aren't actually like you can't navigate to them. You can only
yeah,
access them by direct link because I'm just like these don't like I have a downloads page on my site where you can download like CAD models and like some files for like my Raspberry Pi setup for running on Linux and like stuff that the
yeah.
average customer doesn't need to be inundated with, but like I still have it
Million
there. So
pages,
like
yeah.
yeah, you can type it in and access it. But yeah, and then occasionally someone will be like, "Oh, I can't get here." I'm like, well, how do you know it exists in the first place? Because that's how you should get there. But anyways, so it's just like,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
because I've got a quick start guide page that I made. Yeah, I made that so that I could have labels printed. So I had the
Hmm.
URL, and the URL could point on the QR code.
Hmm.
And the only way to get there is from the QR code or directly type it in. It's not
Yeah.
visible
Yeah,
on
exactly.
the website. So there's lots of fun shenanigans you can do on web pages.
Oh, speaking of which, I found a way that people potentially it could have been a problem, but I found it. So like I send out email newsletter, and some people like to read it. And now what I've been doing is I've been linking it on like the media page or the updates page on my website, so that
Yeah.
if someone didn't get it, they can read it there. What I didn't realize is when you read my little email I send out on like a web app,
Yeah.
it lets you look at past issues, but it doesn't screen anything. So people could see like past passwords of everybody that I've sent it out to, which doesn't matter
Oh,
because they're now
yeah.
deactivated. But it would
But
like I just didn't want that. And I was like, oh no. So like it was at night I figured it out and I was like, how do I and it's all live, right? So I'm like, okay,
yeah.
how do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? So I found a way I can stop it. But like I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, that could have been potentially bad. Cause like right now, for instance, there's passwords that are out that are
Yes.
active. And if someone just clicked that newsletter and went back in time, they'd be able to see the active passwords and just buy shit off my site. And it just throws off my numbers. And anyway,
Yeah.
I fixed it. I think I fixed it. Next week we'll know if I'm
We're gonna
crying,
find
even
out.
though I didn't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out
by
when
the
this
time
podcast goes live.
by the time this airs, that'll all be
Yeah,
done
we'll be
anyway, so
done.
it's not going to matter. But still, yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah, it's
So,
weird. It's weird, weird world.
I want to hit your last topic after we've hit my printing topics.
Shoot, yeah, shoot.
Look at my matte print. Yeah, you can't really see.
That's
Um,
okay.
this roll of filament got left out. I put it in the bucket for 2 days, and then I put it on the printer and I printed the first one. It was nice. I tried to print straight with it on the machine, and it was matte as fuck. Like you could see this, I could see the bubbles in the surface of the print. So I put it in the bucket for 2 days, took it out, printed. First one was nice. Second one, the odd bubble. Third one, full of bubbles. The filament literally,
Okay.
it was also raining. The filament literally absorbed water over the span of 12 hours to the point where it went
Wild.
beautiful print to shitty print. And then I had a brand new roll of black, and I put that in and quickly printed out all four of these that I needed. Because I printed four of them and then made a design change and printed another four because
Okay.
I didn't like the fit. It potentially is going to get looser. So I added a detent. So it actually clicks in and then can kind of pivot
Yeah.
a bit. But yeah, those are the ones that are on the machine now. And then I just laser the numbers on the fiber laser. Because why
For the
not?
people listening, that's your tool tag
My
holder
tool tag
for
things,
holding tool
yes.
tags.
If
Yeah,
anyone
yeah.
wants them, just reach out. And then I was showing them off on Friday night on the Tax and Patience Discord chat. And Dylan from Got Chips just put multi-board on the front of his robo drill.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, I saw that
he was
picture.
like,
Yeah.
I sent him the model. So I'm like, send me the multi-board thing. And then I'll just integrate it in the back. So I quickly integrated and sent him updated models that'll just click into the multi-board on the front of his machine with tool tags in
Mhm.
them.
That's
But yeah,
cool.
he
Yeah.
hadn't accounted for the fact that this is not the same spacing as multi-board. So I spaced them like they're all different. All four pieces have a different thing, and the models I gave him are numbered. But yeah, he's printing those, so we'll see how they look on Friday.
Cool.
I do enjoy that whole community call on a Friday. It's lots of fun. We talk lots of
I'm
shit.
I,
And, yeah.
I'm amazed your pet sheet gives you that much issue because like I just leave mine hanging above my printer for like months at a time and print and it's like
Mine, if
no
I
issue.
leave mine above the printer, it will literally not stick to the bed after a few days.
Really?
from moisture.
Wild.
So mine, like, there's all my
Wild.
filaments. Each bucket is a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
flavor.
yeah.
So yeah, we've got the bottom is ABS, then it's PLA, TPU, and PETG. 3 rolls in each,
Yeah.
because apparently having only 1 roll of filament is for the pores. Um,
Huh.
no, yeah, I've got a shitload of filament. But yeah, I store it in
Weird.
a bucket. I take it out. It'll be okay if we're not having rain and stuff. Like in winter, it's not a problem. But summer is our rainy season, and
Yeah.
the humidity is relatively high, not that bad, but enough to fuck with the prints.
Weird.
And depends what you're
Weird.
trying to do.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to make aesthetic stuff, it needs to be dry. If it's just a
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
block for a soft jaw or something, doesn't matter. PLA doesn't really matter, but I still store it for long term in a dry bucket.
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Bizarre.
I don't know. It makes a huge difference. Like even a brand new roll in the bucket for 2 or 3 days, like just after I open it, because it's I don't know. I don't trust the packaging, and then it
fair.
works well. Like now I finished up with the black. I took it off and put it back in the bucket because I knew I wasn't going to print for a few days. So it's back in the bucket to just keep it at decent dryness.
Yeah.
Let me move things on my desk here like a savage.
Interesting.
Before this falls off and down the double volume section of my house. Okay, so let's do your one, and then we'll do my anchor point one.
Sure. So, the fidgets this week is going to be fidget week for me. I'm going to pack up or finish packing up orders today, and then those are out of my hair, and then I'm waiting on titanium to come in. So while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to try to make these work because I bought everything I need to make them work, and I get an email like every week dude, like I'm just like, there is not enough hours in a day to do what I want to do. And then like I'm like, I'll do that next week. And all of a sudden I look back, I'm like, that was like 3 months ago I said that. That's insane. So anyways, I'm gonna go to the metal. Actually, I might go to the metal store today and buy some aluminum to make some soft jaws to hold some specific parts for this. And then I'm gonna remachine it all. Everything will be machined. And hopefully that'll fix my tolerancing issues where I can actually build more than just one of these and not want to kill myself. So because there's a lot of interest from my little poll that I sent out. I know there's probably almost as much interest in these as there is pens. So like, I should do it because like that's another great way to make money. And if I make money, then I get to keep doing this thing. So yeah, I think I'll actually spend some time. Yeah, try to get it going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I saw you. I saw it in your video. You were saying you were.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my best to just devote this entire week just to getting this at least get one machined in the materials I want. Even if it doesn't solve my issues, at least I know that doesn't solve my issues, and then it's a bigger problem. But yeah, it's just been
then it's
it
a
plagues my
different
mind.
problem to then deal with.
Totally, yeah. But like it just like every night I go to bed, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, let's just get this off my brain. Like I just So we're gonna do.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw my stories from this afternoon.
I don't know if I caught them yet. No.
Okay, I was making some small pallets for upcoming job.
Oh, cute. Okay, no, I haven't seen it.
400 by 400 millimeter blank pallets.
Ooh, those are
and
big.
And a 400 by 500. Fucking chunky.
Oh,
I actually took the fourth. I lifted the fourth back up into the corner because it was a little bit scary with the 500 mil wide plate on the 0 point. So that was on the vacuum chuck. So I've got the Harbor vacuum chuck that I pop on that is like 380 square, and then I put the 400 millimeter squares on that, and I was doing all the backside machining. And now I need to go and design the actual fixtures for the job and then machine them out over the next couple of days. But I can't put them in because the MCO is currently making stupid parts, and I need shorter pull studs because the holes are only 19 millimeters deep on these fixtures, so they don't break through.
Sure,
so
yeah.
Shorter pull studs, so I've got to switch the MCO out to making short pull studs and then shorten 16 pull studs for this job.
Ooh,
because
fun.
I think I'm coming up on like 100 pull studs in my workshop at this point, just in anchor points. Because
now it can be Jamie's pull stud emporium.
Yeah, at least they're cheap as far as retention hardware goes. Like that's the whole purpose. Is to have cheap retention hardware. But yeah, I was busy with those this afternoon. Dude, vacuum chuck is magic. You just vacuum it down and go.
Yeah.
It's great. And then my lovely diesel guys, I got an email from them last week. They wanted a quote to surrender their design files.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
So now it's a case of how
Okay.
much lube do they need to buy. So I responded to them on Monday, on Friday. I was like, if you would like the step files, not a problem. You can have the step files. If you would like my dimension drawings with all the tolerances, we're going to have to come to an arrangement. So I need to send them an email tomorrow about it. I'm leaning towards you either order 10,000 of each part, and when you hit 10,000 of each part, you can have the drawings, or you just pay me out a rand for
Sure.
every part you would be ordering for that 10,000 and bend the fuck over and just pay me a large amount of money to give you the drawings that are my intellectual property. So yeah, I need to figure out how to nicely word that. Yeah, they want to quote it, having it made in Europe, and I'm like, go for it. I know they're not going to beat my price. I beat China's price. They're not going to beat my fucking price. I beat China's price 3 years ago, and my price is still the same. They're not beating my price.
Well, that's a product that's not it's different if it's screws where you can fit it in your hand and you can ship it across the world 6 times and it's not a big issue. Whereas like you're shipping a big product, like if you get it wrong, all of a sudden you're just sucking back cost in back and forth, shipping. So.
Exactly. That's why they stopped buying from the Ukraine. Was one of the reasons was shipping. They're shipping these fucking tubes. They're shipping a bunch of air around. And so that's why we started manufacturing them. And now I don't know. They're not getting the way I assemble them. That's my proprietary information. Get fucked. Go figure it out.
Fair.
I'm not telling you how I did it. So it's been an interesting week with that one. I was a little bit annoyed when I got the email. But I'm like, if you want the step files, by all means, have them. You give me enough work that you can have those. They're also going to catch a nice bill this week because they've had me iterate on a design for them and like tweak designs. And it's like, hey guys, every time I open the file, it's 500 rand. So it's like $30 every time I open the file. And I have a list of emails. Oh, just change this. Oh, just change this. Oh, just change this. So again, I'm going to send the invoice and go, oh, what's so expensive? So here's your change log, friends. Every time you get me to open the file, it's stopping what I'm doing, so you're getting billed for it. So they're probably gonna be a little bit grumpy with me.
Well, see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, they sent an RFQ this month. I haven't got the PO. It's been like nearly a week. I need to phone them and like, wait, dickheads, where's the PO? I'm not doing shit without a PO. Don't come on the 20th and tell me you want the stuff at the end of the month. Like, if you want it in the month, you need to give me a PO.
It doesn't seem like they were getting the quantities produced where it would make sense for them to be like, let's look elsewhere. Just go with what you're going.
So they've potentially got a 2,000 part order in Europe. So they're looking at having that made, but like 2,000 parts is not a lot of parts in context of these components. They're fucking tiny. There used to be one on my desk here. The biggest components is fucking big. Like, you're not going to have someone run them for reasonable rates with those quantities.
Yeah,
also, aluminum is expensive everywhere else in the world, apparently.
Yeah, you have the advantage there for sure. Yeah, definitely.
And we've gotten fucking good at making these. So we've managed to keep our price the same because we just keep cutting cycle time on every time we run them faster. And
totally. Yeah.
Like, we've gotten fucking good at it over the last 3 years. But last year, going into last year, they were promising 10,000 parts for the year, and I think we did a total of not even 1,000 parts for the year. Their sales took a dip, and we sat with our fingers up our arms. The year before, we did like 5,000 parts in the year, 5,000 of each component. So I'm like, I'm going to send them in, say, order 5,000. That's a year. 2 years ago, that was your year's consumption. When you hit those numbers from this point, we will give you the drawings. Otherwise, X amount for the files. Like, pick one.
Yeah,
you can buy the files and then still reasonable. Buy the parts. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because that's those guys. Also, guess what? We didn't do this episode.
Oh, call it our wonderful, wonderful Patreons that make the wheels on the trains go round and round.
There we go. They make the wheels on the train go round and round. Our Patreons, keep the lights on, among other things. Also working towards getting us to IMTS and whatnot. Although with the state of the world, who knows? Special shout out to our top Patreons, Jade from Benchmark 20, Luke from Fabtastic, AJ from Subtract Manufacturing and 35 other companies, Jason S., EJ from Nocturnal Welding, the Aussie Machinist, Christian Olsen, Charles Watt, Carl from Cursed Machine, Matt from Offworld Gear, and Alex B. Thank you very much, along with all the other Patreons. They get the after show, where Curt and I discuss things like this week's going to be an interesting one. Going to be discussing some stuff relating to the current political climate. Let's put it that way. Yeah, that's the world is an interesting place currently. And yes, thank you to all the patrons. And if you're enjoying the show, consider joining us on or contributing on Patreon. You get access to the after show and to Q&As when we ever do those, among other things. I don't know what the other things are, but I'm going to blame my wife getting a job for the reason that none of them are happening.
Say we're really selling it. Yeah, it's really worth your money, folks.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's not very good, and we don't make much of it, so you'll like it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's bespoke. It's artisan.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
So what is in your Google box, Curt?
Google box is just doom scrolling marketplace for everything because I love seeing what people sling. Actually, a guy was just slinging a camera for a heinously low price. And I quickly sent him a message last night at 2 a.m, but so did 100 other people. So yeah, it didn't pan out. Also, I found a 100-watt MOPA fiber laser, like full kit, like on a bench with a computer, like ready to go. And I was like, ooh, and it was actually a guy, he was doing laser engraving on skates. So like hockey players, whatever, if you want some cool engraving on your blade. I was like, that was kind of a cool process. And I was like, this thing is probably cooked for like hundreds or thousands of hours. So I'm like, I'm going to pass on it, but I'll see how low it goes. And that's about it. Nothing all that interesting, honestly, in my Google box. How about you? Okay. What's in yours?
Mine had the Sile D6 grinder in it for some reason.
Yeah.
Didn't know they did a cylindrical grinder, but they do.
Doing everything, yeah.
Masso tool changer stuff for some reason. Looking up scales because I was looking for a 150 kg scale for weighing parts, and looking up the rand dollar because that's a fucking roller coaster. Yeah,
I bet
it's been entertaining. Heading upwards, heading in a direction. It depends what you're doing, whether it's a good direction or not. The rand is getting weaker to the dollar. The dollar's getting stronger, fuck knows. Who knows at this point because both places are run by clowns. So it's anyone's fucking guess.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's weakened again since this morning when I woke up. It is literally roller coastering like 50 rand cents day to day at the moment.
I know. I watch your currency sometimes, and it's crazy how volatile it is. I mean, it depends. Like, it makes sense. The worlds our climates are different, but like, yeah, it's crazy to see the volatility of your currency. It's like, woohoo! Yeah,
it's a fucking roller coaster.
No doubt.
Yeah, it is what it is. Fucking was going. Oh yeah, messages. Danica left a WhatsApp open on the computer. But yeah, anyway, where can people find you and your things, Curt?
You can find me and my things at confoundedmachine.com. If you are listening to this, all the pens are probably sold out. But yeah, you can subscribe to newsletters and lotteries, and there's a media page that links to podcast stuff if you want to buy shirts. And yeah, that's where everything is found. How about you, Master Jamie?
Take a deep breath quickly. You can find the day-to-day happenings of the JSpec shop at jspec_engineering on Instagram. You can also find Nautical Workholding on Instagram, where you will see promo stuff, anchor points, and keel clamps. You can find the podcast at thelone You can find the online store for JSpec Engineering at jspeceng.com. And you can find Nautical Workholding at nauticalwh.com. Good luck spelling that. But if you Google it, it should come up now because I did list the pages with Google. And that's where the anchor points and the keel clamps have now moved over to. That's a lot of things. It gets longer every week. I feel like AJ. New business every week.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So what are you up to today, Curt?
Today I'm going to run the laser cutter to replenish my packaging supplies. And then I am probably going to, aside from getting all the orders out of here, work on that fidget. that's going to be this week's goal. So yeah, I'm
Nice.
going to try to devote all my time to that, which is
Okay.
going to be fun. I'm excited.
Yes, definitely. It'll
How
be
about
very
you?
fidgety.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow I've got Simon coming to assemble press parts. I'll probably run the MCO in the morning until the bearing arrives, and then I'm going to assemble Carl's lathe with him to get his lathe up and
Fun.
running. And then when I get back, I need to make fixtures because I need to start machining these first article parts this week. So I need to still design all the fixtures, which is, don't know when I'm going to do that, but I'm going to design them as I go. But they're vacuum work holding fixtures that I'll vacuum the part down, skim the one side, flip it over, vacuum it down again, machine all the bolt holes, bolt it down, machine the perimeters, and then turn the vacuum off and take the remnants away. So the
Yeah.
vacuum will hold the remnants right until then. It's going to be fucking cool.
Cool.
So I've got 4 fixtures to make for that. And the one part is 100 mils bigger than my wire travel.
Oh, this game again.
This game again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the fixture that I drop the parts in. I machine all the central features, and then I machine the one side finished, turn it around, drop it onto locating pins, clamp it down, machine the other side finished. It's going to be,
yeah,
that face. It's going to be that.
Yeah.
Because it's bigger than my travel, so it's a bit of a shit show. So we'll see. I'm sure I can make it work. I mean, I'm buying whole sheets of aluminium, so I'm going to have lots of spares. Because I have to buy 3 by 1.5 meter sheets. So 10 foot by 5 foot sheets. Like, that's the smallest piece I can buy of 5 series. And then circular saw in the driveway. And chop it into half meter by half meter sections. And it's really annoying that the part is 499 millimeters. So I'm going to probably plan to cut it diagonally because then I can get more pieces out. I can get 3 in a row. Whereas if I go square, I can't get 3 in a row. I end up with the 480 millimeter offcut.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm going to have to just throw that in CAD and see what fuckery I can do to get the best layout possible that can be cut with a circular saw.
Right. Yeah.
Because I also still want the pieces to be somewhat square so that I can easily reference them in the machine. But yeah, that's a this week's driveway problem.
Oh, exciting.
That's one word to describe it. Not the word I would choose, but that's a word. So that's this week's problem. Anyway, thank you everybody for listening. It's a bit of a short episode, but we'll claim that it's because I'm tired. But yeah, thank you everyone for listening. If you've enjoyed the podcast, please consider sharing it with someone you think will also enjoy it. If you're on YouTube, consider like, subscribe, and all those things. If you're on Spotify, give it a good thumbing, and we will see you guys next week.
Take care, all.